just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Arizona Cardinals and the New York Giants. The longtime Panther Graham Gano has us set for a start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray steps away. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Play action. Now it's Murray on the move to his left. And his throw here's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
And he is going to have the Cardinals first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Murray a give. This is Connor. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Again, it's Connor. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Murray now. Steps away to his left. Touchdown, Cardinals! Kyler Murray fighting Marquise Brown. And the Cardinals are on the board first here this afternoon. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Being chased out left. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, Charles, I've heard of backing up to avoid the rush. I think this takes that to a whole new level.
And not upper level either.
Now, fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
To try again after the sack. Murray, they'll roll him out right. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Robbie Anderson, 69 yards. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Prater for the extra point. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
I need to get my swag
Here
right there.
comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Looking for Shepard deep, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Jones rolling to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
You better be afraid of me.
They'll run with Barkley.
Run.
And some room to maneuver. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. 16-0. That's the score after one on EA Sports.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Throwing Jones.
Army.
And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Giants are able to cut into that deficit. They're going to run it with Barkley. And he is in for the 2 points. And they're back within a score as the lead's cut to 8. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started. The way that they're going about doing things right now, they've got a chance for that third consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On play action, it's Murray out to his left. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
Swim. Check 37. Check 37. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. One. 57. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Check. Check 26. Check 26.
On 1st and 10 is Connor, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Sponge. 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 No.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Hopkins, and he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 13-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripped.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the Giants are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive, because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself now so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A final shot before break. Jones. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come, their first drive of the third quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. He'll get this down to the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he's got his big tight end here. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Jones dancing to his left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Barkley, inside handoff. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Giants are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. From the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Watch the run. Watch the run. It's soft, baby. That's baby soft. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Watch the curl. Watch the curls.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ins as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
57's the mic. Hey, let's get in there. Here.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Check 3. Safe. Kill.
They're going for it. Hits Murray. That's to his running back, complete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. So now I need an explanation for that one, Charles. You're tied, 4th quarter, deep in your own territory. What was going on in their mind?
I can't even begin to imagine. I understand being aggressive. You know, how many times have you looked at me and said, are you crazy? Why would you say go for it there? I wouldn't in this situation. I'm not sure what he was thinking other than maybe he doesn't believe in his defense at all anymore. That he just says, I've got to go for it in this situation. But
and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. Gano the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, the pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Now Murray off play action. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Marquise Brown with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. 115 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Off the play fake. Jones.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
And this is going to be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Connor going to get it again on second down. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner, 24 yards. And the Cardinals take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because...
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Giants' 24-yard line.
Again, a run with Connor. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Back to throw. Murray. Got a man. It's McBride complete. It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Arizona Cardinals and the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. They fake the handoff. Now Murray.
Strip that ball.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Play fake. Murray steps away. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Check. Pressure.
Here's Murray. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here.
Murray sets to throw on fourth. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this one is incomplete. The surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Wide, wide, wide. Get wide.
Hey, hey.
Play action. It's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
You. 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Come on. You better bring it.
Play action. Now Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here we go. Here we go.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Again, Jackson.
Watch twist.
And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Here we go now on 1st and goal.
Hey, 25's the mic.
Dobbins will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. Right back to Connor here on 1st. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Murray. He'll buy some time right. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Check 50.
They run behind center with Connor. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. 6-0 our score after one.
Let's go. Out. Hey, switch gears.
Ingram is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Come on, bring it, baby, bring it.
And Hill will opt for the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now. Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
They go play action with Jackson. Rolling to his right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. That play buried behind the line by the linebacker, Nick Vigil.
Well, they certainly took too long to set up play action, and that gave the pass rush time to get home for its first sack of the game. For their sake, they may start to think about the quick game and leave play action alone for a little while.
Jackson looking to throw on third. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Mike 5'9", Mike.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson eluding the pressure right. On target to his man, Likely. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On 3rd down, Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson flushed out right. Complete to Likely. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They go play action now. Jackson. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Jackson's throw is on target to Likely. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
I got you, son. I got you, son.
Jackson
Mike is 59.
sliding out of the pocket. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. Touchdown! Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the third quarter. So they potentially could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
Yo. Mike 18.
Come on.
18. Let's go.
To throw is Murray.
Go.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Jackson. Throwing out left and finding Likely. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation, pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark him down at the 9. 23 yards on the play. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at newly named State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the Arizona Cardinals. Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Ready. Yellow, 43.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Ready.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. On the give, this is their fullback. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Working with a second and 3. First carry for Raheem Mostert. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Let's go. 59 Mike. Check, 59.
Once again, it's Mostert. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. A run with Mostert up the middle. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 24-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Again to the fullback on the dive. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Okay, break.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Tua sets up to pass it. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Boy, so they don't get the conversion, but they're going to go right into the onside kick formation. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got Anderson on the slant. Finding space at the 40. Down the right sideline. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards.
I'm going rhetorical on you here. Could that pass have been delivered any better to the receiver downfield?
Not at all, and when he catches that, he didn't even have to break stride. Full speed, that's why he got all that yardage after the catch.
Timing, timing, timing. And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing now is Murray. On the move to his left. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. He got 29 yards that time. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. One more.
They'll run here with Connor, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from taking the lead. Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up and good, so they go the conservative route instead, and it gets them a 7-6 lead here in the opening quarter. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 2nd down, Mostert. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Let's go. Check 59. Mike is 59.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
It's a party now.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Marco Wilson. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy who made the play, he gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Check 59, Mike.
Play action. Now it's Tua. And going deep for Hill. It got his man complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here we go, set.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter.
Let's go. 33, yellow.
Hey, here we go. 59's Mike.
Check, huh?
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Second down, here's Mostert again. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up.
95.
Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Bound to lose one.
Tua going to try and throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get them to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
Second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6.
I'm coming. I'm coming. Hey, hey, hey.
Again, a run with Connor.
Check it out, please.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Murray a give. This is Connor. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Connor up the middle. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
This offense has a lot of weapons, but you know they like to look Connor's way down here near the end zone. He's got that rugged running style, and that's a nice job there to hold him to a short pickup.
Big edge, big edge, big edge.
They'll look look to run with Connor. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. James Conner in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point good by Prater. And that'll make this a 6-point game. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
A run with Conner on first down, going to get about 5. 2nd and 5 coming up.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to have 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. Big ace. Bang, 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 bang.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Man open left side is Brown. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They run behind center with Conner, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Conner going to get it again on second down. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 13-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. One yard is the game. We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Chargers. Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Herbert to throw right away. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a
different story.
long night.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Forced out to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Returning it is Moore. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. First carry for James Conner. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Conner again. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll fake it to Conner. Now Murray rolling to his left. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Shoot.
Here's a handoff to Conner. They find some open field here. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals 1st down as well. On the handoff, Conner, and he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Here's Conner. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Play action. Now it's Murray. They'll roll him out right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Now Murray's going to set up the throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. 60 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Keontae Ingram. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cards get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Chargers, nothing. Matt Prater to kick off for Arizona.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Herbert's throw taken in by Palmer. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
On first down, it's Herbert. Steps away to his left. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Running on first down, Eckler. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
The tackle by Zabo Collins.
You got three down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
Rig alert, rig alert. 59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check. Go.
On second down at 4, Herbert. He'll find Everett there, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
Check 59, Mike. Mike 70 Lions. 59.
Rip right, rip right.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Being chased out left. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Eckler. Going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
I'm here all day.
Mike's 5'9".
Eckler again. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler taking it in from a yard out. And the Chargers are an extra point away from drawing level. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Connor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Murray off play action. He's got a man, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's a 1st down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. Now Connor, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Check three. Alert flare.
On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Again, it's Connor, and he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On 3rd down, it's Connor, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Cardinals 14, Chargers 6.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. The Charger drive about to get going. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. 3rd and 2, Herbert. Flush to his right. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.